And so, like the masochists we are, we find ourselves here in Wrexham for today's game. A team we have a surprisingly good record against. Last season we beat them 3-0. Earlier on this season we beat them 1-0, so hopefully we can make it 3 on the bounce here. But before we get into that game, we do of course have some to catch up on. The first game saw us pick up a swift 1-0 win against 15th place Bromley, thanks to a Heaney 59th minute goal. Next up was struggling 24th place side Halifax, and after getting a converted early penalty, victory was eventually sealed late on as Fielding nodded the ball forward for Dighton to put away the second. And so, ladies and gents, it is game time, and as you can see from the league table, if we win today, we guarantee a play-off spot. Whereas if Wrexham can pick up a victory, they can go back top of the table. Yes, they've slipped all the way down to third. They are going to be gutted if they don't get that automatic promotion spot, and quite frankly, I might be gutted, although I think I'd actually rather play them in the playoffs than Chesterfield, to be honest. If I want to avoid one of them three teams, probably Chesterfield, maybe even Notts County. Wrexham, like I previously said, we've had a decent record against them. I can see us being able to beat them. We've struggled a little bit more against Chesterfield and specifically Notts County. So, if we can avoid one of them by them getting the automatic promotion, and of course we aren't completely out of the running for it. I do think we're probably going to get a playoff spot instead, but still. We're going to apply the opposition instructions. As you can see, there is 5,346 people in attendance out of the 15.5 capacity here today. Third versus fourth in this wet 6 degrees Celsius and calm game. As you can see, they're expected to go for a 5 at the back, but we'll see as we head on into this one. Now, as you can see, we've got our normal lineup. I'm not going to go through it. You know the normal players. No changes to that lineup. Of course, Willoughby coming in for Dalton, who was forced to, of course, retire. So let's head on into the game. Let's crack on with this one. Go for a positive mentality as always, and we can always adapt it to being attacking if we go down as well. In terms of the team talk, wow, we have a lot of options. I guess that's because, like I said, we do have the chance of getting playoffs. I think we need to show everyone that recent. You know what? Can I do it? I think. Can we do it with Punch Fist? Yes, come on. Show that recently our form has justified us winning this one, right? Fielding likes it, Campbell likes it, Pedder, Dyson, right? It's a good little mixture there. We're all good. Let's get on out to pitch side. Of course, we have a kick-off highlight here today, as per normal. The game likes to give us a good old kick-off highlight. Now, the ball over to Mason on this left-hand side. One of these times, we're going to get a 20-second goal, and I'm going to be amazed that we actually did something with the kick-off highlights. To be fair, we've just won a corner. That's not bad. 20 seconds of work has just gone and got us a corner. But can we do anything with it? As you can see, it's standing room only behind this goal. Nodded away though, and it's out for a throw. So, a little bit of early pressure. For the other games, we're not really that fussed. They're pretty much lower to mid-table teams. They're going to be battling to stay up. Kings Lynn specifically in that relegation zone, of course. Now, ball up to Lennon. Jones is going to play it across to Hayden. Hayden's going to try ball over the top. It's dealt with by Sykes, though. Nodded down by Heaney, I should say. He's got Mason running forward. He's going to make a nice little run down this left-hand side. Maybe ball back inside. He's going to go back to right. Right's going to move it over to Shipley. Shipley has plenty of space in the centre circle. Up to Fletcher now. Campbell's got a darting run from Heaney. Come on, Heaney. Nice little run. Forces a save out of Eastwood and robs. What's with teams now? I don't know if it's something to do with one of the updates, but players in this league now just have this weird habit of passing back to the goalkeeper in questionable situations. They keep doing these passes, which I'm worried for them, to be honest. Admittedly, we haven't scored from any of them, but they do look a little bit sketchy. A little bit sketchy. As you can see, a draw would actually take Wrexham even to second place, and it puts us in good stead, but it wouldn't guarantee the playoffs. It would mean we do need Crawley to slip up at some point between now and the end of the season, because there, of course, is only 5 games remaining in the league. Now, Pedder plays it up to Campbell. Campbell over to Heaney. Heaney's got Mason in plenty of space. Mason can make a darting run, and no, he's not going to cross it. He's going to go 1-2 with Heaney. He might cross it now, though. He's on the byline, whips it in. Dyson doesn't get onto it. Lennon nods it away, but Fletcher has collected this one. He's played it up to Dyson now. Carlin, get it up to Carlin. No, Pedder's going to go. Okay, maybe utilise Carlin there. Carlin had space. He was only on a 6.4, but we've seen him on a 6.4 before today. Jump up to a 6.8 with a brilliant assist from across. So, not too worried about him, but I am a little bit worried. As we head into half-time, 0-0. This wouldn't be a bad result, but considering we have had 8 shots to their 1, 5 on target to their 1, a 0.49 XG to a 0.04, 92 passing to their 78 and 71% of the possession. Yeah, we need to start doing more with the ball. Right, you know what, lads, I'm going to point the finger a little bit. You're all doing well so far. I think we've been very unlucky. You know what? I'm happy with the number of shots. So, you know what? No gesture. Happy with the number of shots. Eventually, we'll make something of it. I don't think we're being too bad. Dyson is on 6.5, and we do have Carlin on 6.4, as well as Sykes on 6.5, by the way. I didn't quite notice that one, but there's a few players struggling. The rest are having solid games. So, we don't need to worry too much. I should have paid a little bit more attention to when our next game after this one is, though. I know we have Ersin Kettering in the cup in the first leg, but I'm not quite sure how far away from this game it is, for fitness purposes, of course, because if it's a week away, I don't really need to rest anyone. They'll be nice and rested after the week, but if it's 4 days away, then maybe take some players off so they're not too tired going into that one. Shipley nods it away though. 9 down, he's going to bring the ball down, gets it over to Hayden. Hayden now back to Jones. Jones calling Dr. Jones over to Lennon. Lennon's going to try ball through to Diarra. Diarra now got the ball. He's going to play it back to Dr. Jones. Now over to Taylor. Taylor has a knock, in fact. Paul Mullin though from range. Thankfully we got a nice little block in it. In Carlin, we get it up to Dyson. But, oh, lovely play by Shipley. The man, the myth, the legend, Shipley himself has just made a beautiful tackle, and we have got the ball on this right hand side as Dyson is making a run. Now, will he cut inside himself? No. He's crossed his block, but Fletcher nods it down to him. He's whipped another one in. Heaney back post. He can't keep the header down though. 13 minutes until we head into substitution time, ladies and gents. In fact, Carlin has just dropped to a 6.3. That is a worrying sign. So we're going to take him off a little bit earlier than we usually do. He's going to, of course, come off for Gibson. Now, anyone else? Anyone else getting a little bit on that risky edge? We've got Mason, Dyson and Sykes, who we need to keep an eye on. They're not too bad yet. Not too bad yet. They can hold on until that substitution time. Well, I'll probably make one sub, hold the other one for an extra 5 or 10 minutes, and then make the third and final one. So we're in our usual substitution time. Now, who is going to make the biggest impact of change? I think we bring on Tomlinson in this instance. We bring him on this side. We then swap him to be an inside forward on support, and then we see where things go. Perhaps this is the addition we need to get through their defence. You know what, lads? I'm going to demand a little bit more from you as we bring on our third and final sub. Going to get a little bit risky now. Who is tired? Shipley's tired, but I'm going to need you for the remainder of this game, Shipley. 6.5 from Heaney and Mason. Heaney's also shattered. So what can we do with these wings? Heaney, Tomlinson can play over there, Campbell can play over there, but I would rather Campbell plays on this wing. So Campbell, if you could just be a winger for me, please. I'll bring on Willoughby up front. I know Campbell is a better striker than Willoughby, but needs must. Sometimes you just got to drop him out to the wing. bring on the worst striker, and hopefully he can be a provider in this situation. But right now we've got Jones calling Dr. Jones, playing up to the other Jones. Now Jones over to Robson. Robson coming down this left-hand side, trying to get past Gibson, plays it inside to Edwards. Edwards is not getting closed down quick enough, in my opinion. Robson gets it back to Nydam. Nydam back up to Robson. Now Nydam, what is he going to try and do? Another ball up to Robson. Edwards, they're just doing triangles on the edge of our box. Please don't trip them up. Nydam now here on this left-hand side, plays it across to Jones. Jones now is going to go all the way back to Lennon on the halfway line. Nydam, though, is going to come back at us. He's going to play a ball up. It's now with Ganahu. Over to Robson. Robson on this left-hand side. Whips one in. Edwards, free header. Thankfully, not a good one. Come on, lads. Let's pick up a win. I'm not going to push attacking. I know we've been the better team. But again, this is a game where a draw is okay. Away from home at Wrexham. Not going to complain too much at that. But it is a little disappointing considering the domination we have shown in this one. Ball over the top, Mullins. Nice one, Sykes. You beat him back to it and nodded it all the way back to Oluwayemi. Now, Oluwayemi is just going to roll it out. We've got 12 seconds remaining in this one. I don't think a lot's going to happen. Tomlinson's going to play it back to right up to Mason. Perhaps this is the last opportunity and we do something. No. The ref's going to wait until we are close to doing something. Mason looked like he was going to bomb it down that wing and possibly whipping across. But the ref has blown for full time. So it's a ball draw here in the end, here in Wrexham. Interesting considering we have managed to keep our unbeaten record against them, I guess. But like I said, would much rather a victory in this one. And we are getting worse each time we play them. So on the current form, they should beat us next time. We beat them 3-0, beat them 1-0, and now ball draw. Probably a loss next time round, but it's okay. Lads, if we look at the numbers, we should have won despite the result. Keep that up. Don't let your heads drop. We've probably guaranteed playoffs. I know we haven't mathematically guaranteed it, but considering we're a point away and our goal difference compared to Crawley, I think we're probably going to make it. But we are, of course, going to play the FA Trophy semi-final. We're going to do the second leg. I'll do a catch-up on the first one away from home, as well as the league game in between, and then we'll come back for the second leg of the FA Trophy, semi-final against Kettering. So I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.